Hi guys, just wanted to show you one game that I've played this week, and yeah, of course I have another Lichess account as well. So I played this game on the other Lichess account that I use when I'm playing for myself and not for the me on YouTube chess channel. And yeah, this has been my highest win till now. So it was a 1900 player. And I just wanted to show you the game because I'm obviously I like the ideas I had in this game, although they weren't objectively all sound. So let's go. We have here e4. Well, this was the Sicilian. Now I wanted to play something a little bit similar to the Philidor defense, but then with white. So I thought, well, I start like this because you keep the option open of an open Sicilian, but then there are lots of tricks in the position because of the move order. So then my opponent went a6. Well, didn't really consider that a very good move, but perhaps the opponent was a little bit frightened that I would go here or something. But this was not my intention from the start, so this wouldn't have been a danger. Now I went here, and this is also a little bit to trick the opponent because I'm fairly sure that this is called delayed alapin or not. Alapin? No, it isn't. So probably, yeah, if you play it like this, then this is the Sicilian alapin. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Now, and I wanted to confuse the opponent a little bit because obviously when I saw that he was 1900 rating and I am around 70, 80. Yeah, so I obviously got a little bit scared. So I thought I have to confuse my opponent a little bit by move order. So I thought I'd go here, and this is a sort of a mix because now you have the knight on f3 and you have the pawn on c3. So I thought perhaps I can threaten to go d4, but this was not my intention. My intention has always been to go to here and get some sort of reversed Philidor approach. So no King's Indian attack where you go for the pawn here and then the bishop here. My initial idea was to go here and then to castle and you know. So that was the setup I had in mind. And this is how it works in the game as well. So the opponent goes knight c6, and instead of d4, what is actually the computer recommendation and the only game in the book for as far as I can see now. Yeah, so then I went d3 with the idea of obtaining a very neutral, theory-free position. Now here I went e2, the idea that I explained in the beginning. Here I castled. So in here I thought, yeah, well, there wasn't, I must admit, there wasn't a very well developed plan here, but I thought I just have to develop my pieces, and I pinned the knight. So this must be okay. And then my opponent, of course, got out of the pin, ready to castle. But as you can see, I like my development already. So this is also a fairly standard move, also in the Henham-Philidor approach. Now my opponent castled, of course. Then this was my idea. I just wanted to protect the d4 pawn, and when possible I want the bishop to go to f1, where it is also kind of protecting the pawn here, so it's a little bit of extra security. It's not a fast-paced game or anything, but still, as you can see, it's about equal here, so it's not a big deal. Well, then my opponent played over here, and then I thought, I want to get the pawn over here. So pawn to f4. But in order to do so, this knight has to move. So where should it move to? Well, obviously this is not possible. This is not possible. This, I didn't see the point of moving to knight h4. So then I thought, okay, I move my pawn here, and then I bring my knight over here. Yeah. So this is, as you can see, also still equal. My opponent, of course, making some advances on the queen side. I went here, and then the computer, yes, recommends here, but this was not my plan. My plan was to move to f4, and the computer disapproves. He thinks it's a worthless move. But since my knight came from here, I thought it's a little bit stupid to move back here. So I thought this was the practical approach. But then, yeah, wasn't computer approved. What do you do? Okay. Now this is to get some extra pressure down the C file. Here I thought, well, I want a few things. I wanted to move over here. And then I thought, once the opponent takes here, I take the bishop on e7, and then my opponent has to take here, and then I take here. So this was the idea. So to make it a little bit more concrete, I was thinking of this, and this. But I didn't do it. And there was a reason also for this, because I figured that once I go here, yeah, there was something that I feared. I feared that this would be a possibility. So going here, not taking back, and moving here. I don't know what the computer thinks about this. Yeah, the computer thinks that this is very good for black. So this is a three pawn advantage for black, yes. So that is why, to prevent this idea from happening, I wanted to go here first, so then I can move my knight here, you see. Then I can move my knight here, knight comes here, I check, but there's no possibility for this knight to move. So just to show the idea again, I went here, my opponent went here. Now this I didn't want to take because of the pressure down the C file, so I left it like it was. And now the idea works, because if the opponent takes here, and actually he did, then I can take here, and this idea is gone. There is no way to get to capture the knight. Although still disapproved by the computer. Yeah, this idea is not really helpful. You see, so that was not the way, this was the right decision. Now my opponent decided to take here. Of course I took the bishop here, because you have to take with the queen, and then I took the knight. Now according to the computer, this is still in favor for, in black's favor. But of course on the board it's not very clear. It's a very unclear situation. So now he took here. I wanted to take back, because the knight obviously cannot move to any of those squares. Okay, I thought here, just break here, somewhere around the king, because there has to be an attack on the king side, and I wanted to take back with the bishop, with the intention of later on sacrificing here. So this was all an idea, of course. It wasn't very well developed, but it turned out to be an idea that I put in motion. So here, I take here, with the potential of sacrificing something. Of course, the sacrifice is not a computer-approved idea, but yeah, about here, it's all equal again. This, according to the computer, wasn't the best move, but I couldn't care, because I was looking for my sacrifice. That was the only idea in the position. So he went here, and then I said, this is the time. This is what I should do. The computer, of course, tells me that I should go here, and then, you know, slowly improve my position. But yeah, I wasn't thinking of that. I just wanted to go here, make a little bit of mess on the king side, disrupt it all. So I thought when the king moves here, I wanted to go here. Then I thought if he mistakes, you know, then the queen comes out over here. Now, as you can see, this is not really a very sound plan. The computer gives this -1, so I'm losing here at least 2 pawns. But okay, he didn't do it. He moved here. Now, and this gave me the opportunity to punish this move. So I went here, and then I thought, now look at this. I'm pretty happy that I found this move. I thought if he moves here, which he did actually, then I take back. If he takes, the knight comes here and it's immediately attacking 3 pieces. Yes? So I like this idea very much. So this is what I did. But the computer dislikes it. It says it's horrible. It says you could better bring your queen here and go. But yeah, this was my plan. This is what I calculated, and I went for it. So here he took it, and here I thought when he takes here, obviously the queen is going here and giving a check. So, and if he takes with the pawn, then the knight again is coming here and is threatening 3 pieces. So let's see, if he would have taken here, then this would have been my plan. According to the computer, this is still not much, but then I would have taken here or there. Yes, but it didn't happen. He took with the knight, and then of course I gave a check. Here we go. This is mate in 7, but the mate came a little bit quicker, so I gave a check. He moved here, and then I thought, you know, if he takes this, I couldn't care less, because this is going to lead to mate, and that it did here. And instead of, you know, moving out or blocking everything he has, he takes the knight, and then the beautiful checkmate comes in. Here it is. It's checkmate. So although this wasn't, of course, the best game, those weren't the best moves, but I thought that I had my opponent there with a few moves that made a psychological impact on him. So just to show you, according to Lichess, the Stockfish 13 engine, my average centipawn loss was 28, which is fairly good. So that's why I'm so happy about this game. And of course I made a mistake. You know, so taking here was definitely a mistake. The computer wants me to move here and then continue the game, and after that it says, okay, no, 2 small inaccuracies. So just a short explanation of the game I played, guys. I thought it was so clear during the game, in spite of not playing the best moves. I won the game because I had a very clear plan, and my opponent, yeah, although being a very strong player, yeah, perhaps he got confused or anything, he didn't play a bad game, because he made just 1 more mistake than I did, and that's why I won. But yeah, that's what I wanted to show you guys. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.